Book 304. Good morning, good morning. Welcome back to Morning Motivation with Matthew Daniels, and today I'm going to tell you guys about the rabbit and the snake. That's right, the rabbit and the snake. But what is Matthew Daniels talking about? A long time ago, deep in the heart of a very dense forest, a small gray rabbit was hopping along his merry way, searching for something good to eat. This rabbit had lived in this forest for his entire life, and he knew the perfect spot to travel to in order to find the best tasting grass. The only problem with this location was the snakes. It seemed like all the snakes in the forest did their hunting there because so many animals went there to eat the amazing tasting grass. As the rabbit went about, he heard in the distance something large headed in his direction. Stopping to focus on the noise he heard, the rabbit's vision blurred totally and then slowly began to regain focus. As it did, the rabbit felt a strange sensation, and he noticed that he was no longer looking at the same thing he was looking at when his vision blurred. He also had a weird thought cross his mind about wearing a new pair of shoes. The rabbit looked around, and he almost screamed in horror as he realized his body had transformed into the body of a human. The rabbit looked down at the ground as he walked in his human body, and he saw on the ground a small gray rabbit that looked exactly like he did. The rabbit sat there frozen as the human passed by it. Then his vision blurred again, and when it refocused, he was once again looking from the perspective of himself, and the human had passed him by. The rabbit shook his head confused, wondering how it was he could see through the eyes of the human. And then he continued on towards the spot with the good grass. As he went, he heard something else coming towards him, and again his vision blurred and then slowly began to refocus again. As it did, he could see from the perspective of a snake that was slithering toward him, desiring to eat him up. The rabbit watched through the eyes of the snake as it inched closer and closer to his small gray body. Then the rabbit felt a strange sensation within the heart of the snake. He felt heartache and pain. The type of heartache that came from losing the love of one's life. Just as the snake was about to strike, the rabbit returned to its own body. "Wait!" the rabbit yelled. "Do not eat me! I can help you!" The snake stopped long enough to laugh. "You help me?" he mocked. "And just how will you do that?" The rabbit told the snake that he knew that he had recently lost the love of his life, and he said if the snake would spare his life, he would help him to find his love. The snake believed that the rabbit was simply stalling for time, but he did not mind playing with his food. "I do not know how you know that I lost the love of my life," the snake said, "but I will let you help me find her. If you try to escape, I will make your death painful." The rabbit assured the snake it was not a game, and he then hopped off in the opposite direction, telling the snake to follow him. The rabbit led the snake to a cabin in the woods, and he said that his love was inside. "And how is it that you know she is inside?" the snake asked. "The same way that I know that you lost her," the rabbit replied. "I could feel the intentions of the human who trapped her. He intends to turn her into a pair of shoes. So you best hurry up and go and save her." The snake, hearing this terrible news, slithered into the house as fast as he could, and indeed he saw the love of his life trapped. Working quickly, he saved his love, and the two of them slithered out of the human's house. Thank you, the two snakes said. "How can we ever repay you?" "Well," the rabbit said, "the best grass in the forest is inside of the area where all the snakes hunt. I would be grateful if you could convince all the other snakes to allow me to eat there and not kill me." "Consider it done," the snake said, and then they slithered away together. The rabbit then went back to the spot with the best grass, and he ate his fill without any worry of being eaten himself. And so, the morning motivation of today is the rabbit and the snake. Many of us in this world have a special ability which allows us to feel the pain of those we come into contact with. We were given this gift because sometimes a person can't express what they are going through, but they still need help or a kind word. Today, if you feel the pain of someone you pass in the streets, offer them some words of encouragement to lighten their load. Encourage them, help them, and always strive to do that which is good. And remember, you are awesome, you are amazing, you are wonderful, and you are great. And you are going to change the world. I just hope I'm still alive to see it, family. I'm out. Good morning. To order books in the Morning Motivation with Matthew Daniels book series, search Morning Motivation with Matthew Daniels on Amazon.com or visit www.dandyandbigherm.com.